Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to touch on a few things as Anthony Fauci receives death threats, New York City EMTs are being asked not to bring patients to the hospitals, and more. Yes everyone, yes, welcome back to the channel, and as we all know, the United States has over 300,000 cases. Over 100,000 exist here in New York, where I am, and we have a lot of things to talk about. My first topic is Anthony Fauci getting death threats. Now, as you all heard, I don't know if you heard about it, but Anthony Fauci has been receiving death threats from people who are upset of him correcting Donald Trump's misstatements and convincing him to change his guidelines, his outlook on reopening everything. And so those people who, I guess the as the newspaper article says, the right wing people, they want business to open up. They want to make their money, and what I have to say to that is, you can't put people's lives in front of money. That shows that you don't care. You put money, you value money more than people's lives. And the man, you're mad, and when you want to kill the man, or send him threats because he is doing what he is hired to do, his job. He is letting the president know that your outlook is not realistic based on what's going on, based on this pandemic, and you decide that you want to reopen everything because of the money. Money is not everything. I mean, yeah, well, I know America is a capitalist country, but it's that's not to say how are you gonna have capitalism without the people to capitalize on. Him saying if everybody is all dead because of this outbreak, what's gonna happen? Who are you gonna capitalize on? That's and these companies are they a lot of them want to put their employees in harm's way to make a buck. And now that's a perfect segue into something that's dearly and truly to me. Now, I used to work for Fresh Direct, and I have friends who are still there, and there's things going on now. About 3 weeks ago, I seen an article of an employee that was confirmed to have the coronavirus, but a statement from Fresh Direct was he didn't work with the food. I want to know is, did they actually clean that plant out? They didn't even tell the employees about it. A lot of the employees didn't don't even know about that, and they can say he don't work with food, but every employee, one way or another, is in that plant. Whether you are a security guard, whether you are a truck driver, they come in, they use the bathroom. Security guards go in and use the lunchroom. Everybody somewhere, shape, form goes in. They use the lunchroom, they use the bathrooms, and they're in the facility at some point. Why, why did they deep clean the plant? Did they should close it down and deep clean it? My answer to that is no, they did not. Because I'm hearing things from the people that still works there, and it's crazy. The CEO came on and say that you know the company is up 60%, and I don't know if anyone knows, but back in last September, I believe, or October, but I think there was an article that was released that Fresh Direct is up for sale. I think Chase is the majority shareholder or whatever, and they wanted to sell it because the company was not doing well. They were number one in several states, and now they're only number one in, I guess, here in New York. So I'm not sure. Don't I believe that's what the article had said, and Fresh Direct hadn't responds, but somebody who used to work for them was the one who give insights on what really goes on in the company. And the CEO right now, the current CEO, went on to say that his workers are the first responders. Well, they're not being treated like the first responders. It's very hectic in there for what I'm hearing. Very hectic in there, and there is chatter in the job that there's also two other employees who may or have tested positive that the company is not even talking about. They're not even acknowledging it with the employees. They're not bringing it up. They're not talking about it. They haven't shut the plan down, and they haven't had any sort of meetings or anything of that sort along those lines. The people in there are, and the thing is, being that I'm a former employee, I know how the employees are. A lot of them don't speak up for themselves, and they will continue to work in, even if somebody in there have it or had it or has it, they will not say nothing. If the company tell them, oh, to jump, they will just jump. A lot of them would not speak up for themselves, and that's something, a trend that was going on when I was there for 5 years, and it's still going on up to this day. Because when you speak out, you're look at as the bad guy, and sometimes they retaliate. Retaliation is something that is goes on in that company. I'm speaking not for not for his hand, because I handle my business. I don't need nobody to fight. I didn't need anyone to fight my battles for me. When they try to retaliate against me, I knew what to do. I was not afraid of losing my job, and but there are a lot of people who are. There are a lot of elder folks who do work in that company, and they should be putting them first, putting a lot of people first, all the employees first, in my opinion, and they should have deep clean that place. I'm hearing a story of a manager you know, who just suddenly went on vacation. Where the hell is he going on vacation in all of this? They're restricting flights and all that. So where is he going in the midst of everything that's going on? And it happened so sudden that he just disappeared and went on vacation. Usually managers usually tell their employees, "Oh, I'm going on vacation." Some of them might know, somebody, he just abruptly went. That says to me, from my experience working in the company, he must be sick, because when, as they say, 60% up, they're getting 60% more business than they have before. I mean, at least since they moving to the Bronx, where everything has just taken a dip, they're making 60% increase, and that's busy. That's very, very busy. And I know this company, when it's busy, they don't let no one go on vacation, especially managers. Maybe an employee here or there, or a lead here and there might get to go. They usually call back managers, offer their vacation early to come back when it's busy. So surprising to me that a manager just, in the midst of everything that's going on, with all the business, just went on vacation out of the blue. That's to me saying he must be sick, and they don't want the employees to know anything, and they just say he went on vacation. And I would not put it past this company, especially when they refer to their employees as first responders, but don't treat them like first responders. That it doesn't add up. One plus one makes two. It doesn't make 10. So I don't know. I don't know. New York City EMTs are being asked not to take cardiac arrest patients to coronavirus stricken, I don't know, I can't get the word out, stricken hospitals, because they don't want them to get infected. But I don't know where they want them to take these patients, especially they don't want them to bring them there if they might die. What's the point of bringing them there? But what are we going to do? Are we going to be doing what Ecuador is doing and leaving bodies on the side of the road? I don't even think they want them to take them to morgues, because the morgues are filled. They're using trucks, as you can see, the freezer trucks, and even those are becoming full. So I don't know what they want to do. Leave the bodies in the street like what's going on in Ecuador? I don't. I really don't know. I hope not. I hope I don't have to walk down the street seeing bodies laying there. That is not. That's how I want to. I want to. At that point. At that point, forget a pandemic. It's Armageddon. At that point. So I don't know what they're gonna do. They have to figure something out. But I don't think that the EMTs are even complying with that. They just have to do their job. They take them to the hospital. Whatever the outcome is, that's what's gonna be the outcome. There's nothing that they can do. Everybody right now is in a tough. I can't say it enough. Tough predicament right now, and there's no like right answer to on what to do. Everybody's just trying to ease the burden, but it's like there's no ease in sight in what's going on, and we still have a lot of people who are not listening or you know abiding by the guidelines that's passed. I'm hearing, I'm still hearing from my relatives in Brooklyn of par- parties that are still happening, stores that are not supposed to be open because they're not essential are still open, and police are not doing anything about it. There's still large gatherings happening, and it's happening here in the Bronx too. Just when I think that there are people who are listening, it takes a 180 and goes back to where it was. Some people just can't stay inside. Some people just need to be outside. Some people just need that human contact, and no matter what's going on in the world, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do. And you know what? If they want to put their life on the line, fine. But putting your life on the line is also affecting, in this case, everybody else. If you should go jump off a bridge, that's not affecting me, so you can go ahead and do that. But you're going in public and possibly getting this virus, but not and not having symptoms, and you may not even know that you have it, and you're passing it around to everyone else, then that affects me, and I have a problem with that. What if you want to do something that only affects you? Yeah, that's fine. You could go ahead and do it, but in this case, it doesn't only affect you. It affects other people around. It could be one or two, hundreds, thousands, millions, but you need to follow the you need to follow the guidelines. And I know it might not be a perfect guideline. It may not even work, because I'm hearing in countries where the people are following the guidelines, and at first it looked like everything was fine. It stood at a certain number for 2 to 3 weeks, and it went up maybe one or two there. Now it's starting to pick up, even with more strict guidelines. Even with more strict guidelines, it's starting to spread, and people are abiding by it. So it's weird to me that it's starting to spread. Maybe, who knows? Who knows how this thing is really being spread? In my opinion, we have a group of, I believe it's 70 spring breakers who went to Mexico even after being told not to uh, go on non-essential flights. If it's not important, don't do it. But from what I read is that the airline or the company that organized this whole thing didn't want to give refunds, and basically the kids felt like, hey, they don't want to lose the money they already put into this thing, and they went to Mexico. And I believe it was in the article said that they were told not to worry, everything is going to be fine. I guess they felt like it's going to be is this big blown out thing. Now I believe 28 of them out of the 70 of them has now tested positive for this virus, and I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe this company might get some lawsuits, and they should write. If that happens, it's rightfully earned. You rightfully earned it. You should give refunds. All these companies should give refunds. You know what's happening. It's a world pandemic. It's not just one country. It's worldwide. And for you not to want to give refunds, and they're not the only company. You hear of Six Flags, Disney finally they finally caved in and went ahead and gave the refunds. But for Six Flags, they're not they're not caving in so far. They are holding on and charging people every month for something that they can't even use for the season pass, and they can't use it, which is just ridiculous. And people should just stop going to them and and just to show them how much disdain they have for this action they're taking. Some people, a lot of these people have lost their jobs, and they can't they're not making no income, so the little money they have to spend on their household and their families, whatever the case may be, you're taking it away from them, because you're putting, I guess, your your bottom line, or you want your stocks not to go down so they can but they can lose their, not have food to put to feed their kids and their family. That's how you see this. The stock markets are already down. I don't know how, but again, I don't understand these companies. A lot of them put the money in front of everything else. And now for my final story. This is here in New York. Overall crime has went down, but domestic violence has actually went up. They're saying 15 to 20%. Now, is that surprising to me? No. And don't let me get that anybody think that when I say no, is that surprising that I think that it's right. It's not right. No one should be beaten, putting a hand on anyone, whether it's the woman beating the man or the man beating hitting the woman. It should not be allowed at all. Or whatever, man beating the man or woman beating the woman, whatever your relationship status is, it doesn't matter. It should not be happening. But it's not surprising because now you're locked indoors, can't go outside. Well, you can go outside, but you can't escape, especially if you lost your job or you got to work from home. Now you start to find things annoying about your partner that you didn't notice before, because each of you have your jobs and your own separate lives outside the home. You're able to do that constantly, and now you're not able to. You're starting to notice all the things you didn't know, or didn't know it was around the whole time, but you didn't notice it because you weren't around it all the time. And now a lot of people probably arguing more, and fights is gonna happen. Just yesterday on the Citizens app, there was a 911 call because yeah, I believe it was domestic violence of a woman beating a man. So it's not really surprising. It's not really surprising at this time. You know, like I said, we need human contact, but we don't need to be with that one person in the home all the time. Now, I'm the one that's home, and my girl is the one that goes to work right now because I have to watch the kids. So we don't have that issue because she's gone and I'm here. But I be honest with you, if I'm supposed to be here with her, even the kids right now is driving me nuts. So I'm sure her here all day, every single day, is going to drive me nuts. Because I'm a guy, I like my time alone. I value that because I love being with my family, not to get anybody wrong, not to get anything wrong. I love being with my family. But from time to time, I lock myself in the bathroom for like an hour just to get to clear my head, especially with these kids driving me nuts. I get to clear my head, and that's what I've been doing from time to time. I go lock myself in the bathroom. Sometimes she's home, and I come in here and I do these videos for like an hour. Right now, I'm the only one here, but the kids are still asleep, so I'm able to get my little free time right now by myself, which is perfect. Perfect for me, perfect for my mentality, and that's it. That's it. So it's not surprising to me. But again, everybody out there, don't hit your spouse. That's just a PSA. I wanted to put out there. But that's it for this video. See you guys on the next one. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. And leave comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I need to do better to improve. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TalkWithMe36. Peace.